Hi everyone, this is Henry from How to Become, and welcome to part 3 of our Vikings in Britain series. This one's called the Danelaw. So last time we talked about Alfred the Great and how he struggled to deal with the Vikings. So after this, eventually a second agreement was made between Alfred the Great of the Anglo-Saxons and Guthrum of the Vikings. Alfred knew that if he wanted to stop the Viking onslaught, he would have to give them lots of land. So England was divided up into two kingdoms, Anglo-Saxon England and the Danelaw. That's right, the Vikings succeeded in taking over England. As you'll see on the map on the next slide, Alfred tactically gave the Vikings the bigger share of the land. This act created an official boundary between the land that the Vikings had taken and the land that the Anglo-Saxons wanted to hold on to. Key settlements under the control of the Vikings became York, East Anglia, Leicester, Nottingham, Derby, Stamford, and Lincoln. This clear setting of regions was intended to make peace last. But it didn't. Fighting and raids continued across the border for many years. You tried, Alfred. So, what was life in the Danelaw like? It was very similar to how the Vikings' lives were back home. This meant that the Old Norse language was spoken there, the Viking legal system was in place, and a general Viking lifestyle was in effect. The Vikings wanted to carry on living as they did at home, but with the advantages of better farmland and better weather of England. What did the Danelaw mean for England? One major difference was that many Vikings then married Anglo-Saxon women, who very often did not have a choice in the matter. So, the Vikings' presence had a lasting influence on England's history. In the short term, it became a more prosperous area thanks to the Vikings' farming technique and trading connections it had across Europe. Also, Viking methods of crafting, building, and farming spread across Britain. As a result, over the generations, the Anglo-Saxon and Viking cultures began to blur into one. The long-term effects of this Scandinavian occupation can still even be seen now. For example, many Viking names for British towns and villages are still used today. Modern place names ending in Thorpe or B can be traced back to being owned by the Vikings, such as Scunthorpe. Okay, let's go through some questions now. Now, again, as with the other videos, put your answers to these questions in the comments below, and we'll get back to you and mark them to see how you got on. So, number 1. Why do you think that Alfred the Great gave the Vikings the bigger share of land in the Danelaw deal? Okay. Question 2. If their lives were going to be similar, why did the Vikings want to live in England rather than back home? Put your answers in the comments. Question 3. Name a lasting effect that this Viking occupation had in Britain. Okay, as I said, put your answers in the comment section and we'll comment back to mark your work. Good luck! Okay, so thanks for watching part 3 of our series about the Danelaw. Hope you learned a lot about this crazy time in English history. For more videos on the Vikings, click on the playlist on screen. And for more resources on primary history, also follow the link. Thanks for watching.